Yo, what's going on, people? King Rich is back again. Yeah, we are going to react to some videos from TikTok. Yeah, where women are expressing their grievances with men and dating in general. Yeah, so please make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and all that good stuff. We're going to jump into these reactions and see what these ladies have to say. And this one reads, "Dating is hard." Let's see what this woman's got to say.
Shitty mood because I'm a 30-year-old trying to date and it's just painful. Did you eat something? Fucker. I'm feeling rather annoyed right now. Whenever I feel annoyed, I feel like I need to pop off on something, and that something is usually TikTok. So I feel like when it comes to dating, I've been very chill and calm when it comes to my old set of standards that I held for myself. I'm like, okay, I need what the fuck? I need really high standards. I have high standards, and I do. But I feel like with dating, I've kind of realized to calm down a little bit in certain areas where I've been so high and mighty and tight with certain things that you need to have. And I've been relaxed on that, and I'm still just not seeing or feeling how I feel like I'm supposed to be feeling, and it's just kind of upsetting because I'm okay, not that I'm lowering my standards, I just feel like I'm opening up a little bit more and growing up, realizing that maybe certain things that I used to think were negatives are actually positives.
Yeah, you're realizing that your high standards are keeping you single. Yeah, your high standards are not working out for you, right? And now you're gonna have to lower those standards because you're getting older, right? And Senator Palpatine is just laughing. Yeah, and you're talking all these high standards, but you have a problem with keeping a high standard with not swearing. Yeah, it's not very ladylike. It's not very classy to be swearing all the time. And you're eating this food and you've got your dog sniffing around it. That just doesn't look very hygienic to me. And yeah, carry on.
And I don't know how to navigate it. I'm in this weird limbo of trying to grow, trying to learn, and you don't even make excuses for someone in your head, and then you kind of calm yourself down, and then you're like, do I need to be making those excuses? I'm just feeling defeated because it's really hard to start over for time.
Yeah, it's so hard for you, isn't it? It's so hard because you don't actually have to go and approach men. You don't have to go and impress men. The men are coming to you, and you are cherry picking which and what guy you want to talk to. It's so hard. Bruh, I never feel sorry for them, and neither should you, because they reject guys for the most superficial, irrational reasons, bro. There's plenty of guys that want to be with this woman, that would love to take this woman seriously, but she doesn't think that they're good enough, right? Maybe the guy's short, maybe the guy doesn't have enough money, maybe he doesn't have the right job, maybe he's just not attractive enough, he's not Chad. And so that's where she ends up. So now she finds herself just sitting there making TikToks, eating broccoli and beef and noodles with the dog sniffing around. Silly.
And again, when open yourself emotionally up to dating, I don't know. Hi, I'm in a
You just look miserable, fam. And I don't care. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Let's see what this lady's got to say.
I'm 32 years old. I'm 33 in a matter of months. And people say to me, "Oh, how come you're still single then? What's wrong with you?" "Oh, I don't know. Maybe because every time I organise a fucking date in the UK with a man, they cancel either the day before or the day of or about an hour before it's supposed to take place. So, the thing is, guys, yeah, if you're one of these people that's been doing this, just don't fucking bother because we don't actually need you. I'm quite fine on my own."
You're obviously not fine on your own because you're making this TikTok. You're trying to convince yourself that you're fine. You're not, because if you was fine, you wouldn't be making this TikTok. This is so funny. And now she's talking about, the guys, they don't turn up to dates. How many dates have you ghosted? How many guys have you just left waiting for you at the restaurant, at the cinema? How many times have you done that to a guy in your history? Because I'm sure you've done it. I'm sure you've cancelled on the guys the last minute because a better option came around, or you just couldn't be bothered to see him because you didn't think that he was Chad or Tyrone. Again, I don't ever feel much sympathy or anything, like, because at the end of the day, in terms of dating, these women have all the options, right? It's not until life starts to humble them, now they start to be reasonable, now they start to air their grievances, similar grievances that men have had from day one. But anyway, carry on.
However, this takes time and effort, and my time is valuable to me.
Yeah, and men's time is valuable to us, because at the end of the day, you've only got a finite amount of time on this planet. Yeah, one day your life will end, right? So just the same way you have wasted men's time before, and don't say you haven't just because you're at this stage in life where now you want to be reasonable and humble. What about when you was in your prime? When you was in your prime years, you was ghosting guys and flaking and doing all of that kind of stuff and rejecting guys because they wasn't good enough for you. Now reality's hit. Now, these guys keep flaking at the last minute. They don't turn up to dates. And your hair takes time. Who cares, bruv?
Okay, so piss off. If you're trying to organise a date and you have no intention of actually going on it, please stop bothering me. Thank you.
This woman is upset, boy. This is funny, bruv. Hey, everyone watching, make sure you liking the video, man. Like the stream, please. All right, let's move on. All right, let's see.
What the does that mean? I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time?
Probably. Probably your standards are too high.
Like nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry?
What does masculinity mean? Do you mean masculinity? This woman said masculinity, and she's got 2 lines starting from her eyebrows down to the bottom of her nose. Bro, like, what is going on? And why do they always make these videos while they're doing makeup, bro? It doesn't look attractive, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, as a guy, I'm not going to look at this. You're doing all of this artwork on your face. Yeah, trying to do some magic tricks on your face. Yeah. No, bruv. No, fam. Anyway.
What happened to men courting women? What happened to that? Back in the day, dating was so much easier and it was fun. Today's day.
So if back in the day dating was so easier and it was fun, why didn't you get locked down with one of these guys? Why are you not off the market? Why are you still dating? If it was so easy and so fun and guys were courting women properly, why is it that you're still here dating in 2025? What have you done wrong? Because many times you women will choose the worst options. You make the worst choices in men. Most of the time women make the worst choices in men, and then they find themselves in these positions making silly TikToks, doing makeup or eating food in front of everyone. It's a joke.
Dating is hell. You give a guy your number and all of a sudden you don't hear from them until like 3 to 4 days later. What was the point of me giving you my number? If you're not going to text me, I don't get it. The talking doesn't go as far as the actual app. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. Let's go to a cafe and get to know each other. What's with all the endless text messages? What happened to men actually?
Because a guy wants to know if you actually like him or if you are just a woman trying to get a free meal. Because there are a lot of women out there who pride themselves and feel quite confident to just use a guy for dates. They will go out with guys they are not attracted to, who they're not interested in, but they will let that guy pay for food, drinks, and entertainment. And then after the date, they will go their separate ways, and the woman will go and meet up with the guy that she usually sleeps with. The reason why I know that's true is because I've been the guy that has been waiting around for a girl to finish with her date, and then she comes to see me and sleeps with me and sucks my willy. All right? So I know that's true. All right? So, yeah, of course, I'm going to take my time to get to know you. I'm going to get to know who you are. Yeah.
Planning dates. What happened to it? I don't get it. How do you date in today's society? What are some of your red flags and your non-negotiables? I do not chase men. I don't do it. I did it once, would never do it again. No.
Yeah, you chased the Tyrone, didn't you? You chased the Tyrone, and obviously Tyrone did what Tyrones do. He played his options, played his cards, and unfortunately you lost in that game.
Never again will I chase a guy. My biggest ick is a guy that can't hold a conversation. Now, I gotta talk the whole goddamn date. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I don't got time to be dating no guy that don't have no money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound shallow, but I've dated broke men my whole life.
Yeah, you dated broke Tyrones. Yes, bro. You probably dated some hood guys that are doing crime but unsuccessful at doing it. You know, it's the usual typical rap. Yeah, now all of a sudden you've got all these standards, and I want a guy that's a millionaire, but at the same time I want him to be 6'5" and really, really attractive. And then he's gonna commit to you. You're not serious, fam.
I have. Now I'm in a place where I have money and I want to travel. And I want to see the world. I don't want you to buy me nothing because I can buy it myself. That's not what I want. I want you to have the financial stability to pick up and go on a trip. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for no Louis. I'm not asking for no goddamn bust down Chanel. I don't even goddamn like designer. I don't. I really don't. Oh, you're just very intimidating. What the f- does that mean? How do I come off intimidating when I'm the most socializing person ever? Specifically.
Bruh. This woman is literally shouting on TikTok, yeah? Sitting in a room on her own shouting to a camera, and she's talking about, how the hell am I intimidating? Like, on the real, you're not intimidating to someone like me because I just laugh when I come across people like you. But there's some guys out there who may feel like, you know what, I don't want to be with the sort of woman that will be making TikToks shouting in a room on her own. They're not intimidated. They just don't find that as attractive. That's all it is.
My ladies, I want to hear how you are dating, especially in today's generation. What are some dating apps you're on? Where do you go to date? And
Look at all the stuff they do to their face just so that they can feel confident to come outside and reject guys, bro. All this foundation, makeup, spraying all this spray all over the place. And then they got all this confidence and ego to say that, oh, I want a guy that's this, I want a guy that's that. Bruh, that makeup is witchcraft for real.
What are just some of your non-negotiables when it comes to dating these men? Because I ain't got time. Anyway, this is the makeup look. I wanted something really cute and rosy.
Oh my god, they are so funny, bro. Like, they're just hilarious. I don't know what they think, but they're just hilarious anyway. Next one. Uh-oh, what's this one gonna say?
Very important lessons about life. Number 1, don't use your money when you can use a man's.
Hold on.
And number 2.
What? Hold on.
Today, my daughter learned 2 very important lessons about life. Number 1, don't use your money when you can use a man's. And number 2, men be lying, okay? Constantly.
This woman here said, don't use your money when you can use a man's. This average at best woman who is talking about what she's taught her child, her daughter, which obviously indicates that she probably doesn't have a man in her life. She's probably a single mother. And she's talking about, my daughter learned that she shouldn't spend her money when she can spend a man's money. You're literally raising her to be a gold digger. This is crazy. And if anyone's ever heard anything I've said about gold diggers, they're not good people. Yeah? You can't have a good moral compass, a good character, a good soul if you are a gold digger. You can't be an effective gold digger and be a good person. It doesn't go together. All right? So she's teaching her daughter to be a gold digger, to be a bad person. Like, this is crazy.
See what happened. She got a slip home from school today that said she needed $10 for a field trip. I said, cool, I got $10. But then I thought, you know what? Now would be the perfect opportunity to teach her. You don't have to pay for nothing when you have men in your life, right? So I said, we're going to call all the boys. We're calling uncle, we're calling both grandpas, and we're calling your dad.
Wow! So she's extorting money from men in her own family, bro. Oh my God. This woman is a demon, bro. She said, oh, I've got $10 to give to her own child. But she said, nah, I'm not going to give money, my own money to my own child. I'm going to call all the boys being her relatives, her male relatives. Now, it's one thing if she said she was going to ask for the money from men that she's dating, but now she wants to extort the men in her family? Oh my God, this is literally demonic. Let's carry on.
All right. So we start with pawpaws, because pawpaws, they're the easiest ones, right? Start them slow, guaranteed results. First pawpaw, she doesn't quite know that you can't just ask for money on the hello, right? So as soon as he answers, she goes, hi pawpaw, I need money. Luckily, this is the pawpaw, he really don't give a damn, you know? He said, how much you need? She said $10. He said, sent. She sees that it pops up in my text thread. She says, thanks, pawpaw. Okay, next. Click. He texts me, he said, did she say next? I said, yeah, she did. So I have to teach her to be a little bit more subtle. So I say,
wow, this woman's really teaching her daughter to be a proper serious gold digger, bro. Extort the men in your own family, bro. So she's asked the grandfather for $10. He sent it, but she wants to go and ask more members of her own family. This woman is a really bad person, bro, and she's gonna teach her daughter to be even worse. And this woman is not even hot. This woman's not even like like, she's average looking at best. Very best. This is crazy.
and this pawpaw answers, ask about his day, then ask for money. So she does. He answers. She says, hi, pawpaw, how was your day? He says, my day was good, sugar. How was yours? She said, my day was good. I need money. She did ask about his day. All right, we're working on it. He says, okay, how much you need? She said, I need $10. He said, what's this for? She said, a field trip. He said, what do you need to buy? Now, at this point, I'm realizing it's too many questions happening. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. But he does send the money. She opens a text thread. She said, did you send it yet? He said,
Did you hear what she just said? You're asking too many questions. You're asking too... So basically, in this woman's world, if a woman asks for a man for money, he should just send it. Don't ask no questions. Bro, this is why guys do not want to mess with you people anymore, bro. You're users. You are extorting men in your own family. You are a bad person. A bit like, bro, like, I can't believe this. This is crazy, bro.
no, how do you want me to send it? She said, Apple Pay. So he does send it. She sends him a cute little voice message and says, Papa, you're the best. And she gets her money. Now she's excited. She hyped. She's like, oh, I only needed 10. Now I got 20. Let's keep going. She calls her dad. Her dad answers and gives her a whole lecture about how she shouldn't be asking for money. I don't like that, right? Not only that, her dad says he's going to send it at the end of the call after this long lecture. And he never sends it, right? She checking, he don't send it. She said, I call him back. I said, no, we don't ask twice for money. You never ask twice, right?
Yeah. You don't ask twice for money. You just beg for the first time. You just do manipulation tactics to get the money the first time. And if it doesn't work, then you don't want to look like you're begging, even though you are begging. Even though you don't even need the money, but you're just greedy and you want some more. This is a really bad person. Like, I've got real strong disdain for this woman right here. It's disgusting.
So she said, okay, uncle. Call uncle. He answers. She says, hi, uncle. How was your day? Great, my day was good too. Can I ask you something? Can I have some money? Perfect. Perfect. He says, of course. How much you need? She says $10. He said, how you want me to send it? She says Apple Pay. Sends it right on the spot. Not only that, she learned how to request it. So all he had to do was press accept. I said, my girl's learning. She's a
You see how they are? You see how they are, bro. Look, and she's doing that stupid thing that now all of these women do. They're doing that, clock it. Because they all have the same programming, bro. They have the same programming from social media, from TikTok. Yeah? And this gold digging mentality, I'm telling you, if you deal with any woman that is just asking you for money and they're just expecting monetary, like, from you, bro, like, she doesn't like you. This woman does not care about her own male relatives, bro. You get what I'm saying? Someone's saying they're static. Let me check. Because sometimes my microphone be doing that. I don't know why, but... Is there static on this video? Let me know, guys. Let me know what's going on if there's static in the video. Let me know. Oh, yeah, maybe there is actually. Is it better now? Is it better now? I don't know why, like, all of a sudden this microphone, like, and I've got a Shure 7 microphone. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why the microphone's doing that, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's causing this, man. I don't know why it's doing that. Sabotage, man. I don't know what's going on. I really don't understand why it's doing that. Weird. Trying to fix this at the same time, bruv. Just all of a sudden I noticed that, like, I'm just gonna have to do it with like low volume. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna have to do it with low volume, I think. Not really much I can do about it. I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to get the microphone closer. So yeah. Yeah, that'll have to do. Big up to Ben Odom. When these creatures run out of people to ask, they turn to selling high mileage box. High mileage box, bro. Alright, cool. Let's carry on with this reaction, man. Sorry about the sound, but yeah, let's get back to this reaction.
She's a quick study, okay? He sends the money. Now, at this point, she got $30. She's hype, real hype. She said, but wait, my dad didn't send me nothing yet. I said, let me look. I checked. I said, you're right. He ain't sent nothing. She said, he lied. I said, did he? She said, yeah, I don't like that because he said he was going to send money and he ain't send the money. Should I call him back? I said, no. Remember, we don't ask twice for nothing. Okay? She said, well, I'm going to have to tell him about lying because we don't lie. Period, Gray. Period. We don't lie. She said,
Yeah, you don't lie. You just manipulate and extort the members of your family for money. You're despicable.
I really don't like that because that's my dad. How he can't send me $10? Right. How he can't send you $10? She said,
What the hell are you talking about? You've literally asked different members of your family for money. You only needed $10 and now you're just being greedy. And you're upset because your dad didn't send you extra money. Bro, like, this is just, you're scumbags.
he got $10, right? I said, and he do. And he do. She said, men be lying.
And you're a manipulating gold digger. What the hell is wrong with this woman, bruv? Get off my screen, bro. Woman's getting on my nerves, cuz. Like, what is going on, fam? This is just wild, fam. Like, I don't know what she's thinking, bro. Don't know what is going on at all. Anyway. I know my audio's a bit weird right now, but, you know, we just got to do what we can right now. My audio's a bit off. You know what I'm saying? Gonna, just work with it right now. But anyway. Next one.
Let me tell you while I'm done.
What? Hold on.
Let me tell you while I'm done. I'm done with the dating pool. I tried it once, and I'm not doing it. Let me tell you what just happened to me. And maybe I'm not mature enough. But
Probably
y'all tell me.
Probably not.
I went on a couple dates with this guy. Very fresh. New dates. The dates are all during the week sometimes, sporadically. Communication's very spotty. To the point we did have a conversation about that. And about intentions. He canceled one of our dates, our scheduled dates, to help a friend. This friend, it's a girl, of course. Friend's a girl, friend has kids. Okay?
Yeah.
Help something happen, husband's out of the country.
Bruv, he went to go and help her with her pipes, with her plumbing, bro. That's what he's gone to go and help her with. Her man's out of the country. He's gone to go and help out the plumbing. Yeah?
This was last weekend. Cool. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hope everything works out. He's calling me, telling me, like, pretty much, I don't want to tell her business, but she was expecting something, and now she no longer has it, if you kind of pick up, but I don't want to say anything, so I'm thinking, like, okay, miscarriage or something, whatever. Let it go. This weekend, same shit. He's over there, and he doesn't just go to help. He stays the night, y'all. He stays the night. So, this weekend, same thing. He goes over there this weekend to help with the kids and how exhausted he is. Very spotty communication. How exhausted he is. It's Saturday right now, okay? It's Saturday. So I'm all like, so throughout the conversation, I'm keeping it real short because I got a gut feeling and I don't ignore my gut feelings. And I was like, and I messaged, I'm like, oh, isn't it your second weekend in a row of helping her? I'm like, where's her husband? Oh, he's out of the country. He's supposed to be coming back Monday or Tuesday. And my gut feeling, it was like pounding. And I'm sitting here, I'm already not messing with this. And it's already a female too. You staying over her house with kids, helping her, all exhausted. And her husband, she's having some...
Yeah, bro. He's exhausted because he's laying pipe. Yeah? He's all up in that box. He's exerting a lot of energies. Yeah? Smashing. Beating that box up, bro. That's why he's so tired when he's there. He ain't got time to be texting and calling you. He's sleeping.
Emergency. And her husband was out of the country last week and still out of the country? What husband is that? What husband takes his time coming back if there's an emergency? Especially if he knows there's another man in your house taking care of your wife and kids. See? Wasn't adding up. And I said it. So I was like, okay. And I was keeping it short. But then I just asked three questions. I was like, I'm not holding shit in. I asked 3 questions. I said, were you ever intimate or had a relationship with this person? is she in a relationship or married? Because I wanted to make sure. And then the third question was, are these kids yours? He responds, oh, I already told you I don't have kids. I don't know why you keep asking me that. And he's like, 12 years ago, we were in a relationship, but we managed to stay friends. I really stopped reading there. And I said, oh, no, thank you. I don't have the capacity to do these. And there's just certain boundaries.
Yeah, 12 years ago, they were in a relationship, and now they're just friends with benefits. And he helps out with the plumbing when her man goes on holiday.
And I'm not crazy or immature for thinking that, because you've got it fucked up if you think that you are going to, like, I don't know what boundaries you think that I have or don't have, or what boundaries you lack, but there's no way ever that this would work if you think that you're not even going over there to help. You're not dropping off groceries. You're not stopping in, watching the kids for 2 hours. No, motherfucker, you're over there 4 days and you're staying the night.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. Like, that's not a boundary. Like, guys be fucking crazy. Because there's no way in a million years that I would be okay, or anyone would be okay with me as a female staying over a guy's house, helping him and taking care of his kids, and I was in a relationship with him before, staying the night. Like, in that situation right there, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then, you know how I know that he knows what's up? Because when I said, oh yeah, I don't have the capacity for this, and I kind of like just said, like, I wish you the best, like, but I can't do this.
Listen, from all of this garbage that she's saying, I already know that she's talking about a guy who's a Tyrone, bro. These are Tyrone antics. And for the fact that you even stuck around long enough to have this conversation with him, yeah, just goes to show that the guy was probably tall, dark, and handsome.
He was like, okay, cool, totally understand. He's like, okay, cool, totally understand. I wish you the best too, I mean it. A motherfucker that responds like that so quickly, he know what he doing. I don't know if you in love with that girl, your ex, or if all of it's a lie and like those are your kids, or you guys are together, whatever, and everything's a lie. I don't.
Yeah, they may be his kids for real. They might be his kids. You get what I'm saying? Mad thing. And I bet you this girl probably slept with him as well. She probably slept with this guy as well, bruh.
I don't know which one it is, but I can't do it. And the fact that he responded so calmly, like, no way. No way. Because a motherfucker that wants you and doesn't want any miscommunication or confusion, calling me real quick. Because now you're prioritizing and you dropping everything, and you're dropping everything for your ex. This isn't just a long, good time friend like you try to play it out to be. No, it's your.
You just know that she's talking about some Tyrone. Big up Omar for the super sticker. Appreciate you, fam. Big up Omar for the super sticker. Yeah, and big up Ben for the super chat. He says, when these creatures run out of people to ask, they turn to selling high mileage box. Yeah, man. Yeah, bruh. This is why guys giving up on dating, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I mean, I don't encourage guys to give up dating or anything like that, but I understand why a lot of guys are just giving up, man. Yeah, this one here, she's been chasing some Tyrone that's got literally a wife and kids somewhere. That's a joke. Anyway, next one.
Babes, I went on one of the worst dates of my life recently. Here's the story time on it. So I had matched with this guy, let's call him Craig. He was very cute, tall, blue eyes, great body, owned his own business. He had a trucking company, and he had this beautiful golden retriever.
Oh, so basically we're talking about a Chad, because we know women like this tend to date white men exclusively. So I suppose you're talking about a Chad.
Obviously, I'm thinking, wow, this man has a dog. Clearly, he can't be a psychopath, right? I make it a point that I always FaceTime with people. If I'm going to allow them to be in my presence in person, then I need to make sure that we vibe first on FaceTime. We FaceTime. It's actually a very good conversation. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk for maybe like an hour. He seems incredibly sweet, funny, witty. We have very similar humor. And he introduces me to his dog on the FaceTime. 8+ points. Off to a good start. We plan a date. We're going to go have drinks at this cute cocktail bar. And then afterwards, we're going to go to this high-end pizza restaurant that's near his place. He lives on the west side. I live on the opposite end of LA. I tell him to send me an Uber, which on a first date, I always make sure that I give them an address that's a street over in case I do end up being a crazy person. The day of the date comes, I get in the Uber and I text him that I'm on my way. He texts me back, am I going to get a little kiss from you when we meet? I'm like, presumptuous, sir. I'm already on my way. So I'm like, he better be joking. So I just say, no man has ever been so lucky. And I leave it at that. I arrive. He's waiting out.
This woman thinks that she is some special God's gift to men, bro. This woman thinks that she is something special, bro. This is crazy, bro. I don't think there's anything particularly special about this woman, but in her mind, she's a 10, 10, 10, bro. No man has ever been so lucky. Blah, blah, blah. You've given your box to Chads in the past. Don't give me that. Yeah, on the college campus. Yeah, you're the fraternity boys and all of that, bro. Don't even try it. Anyway.
Outside for me. I walk up. I give him a hug. Because he's so much taller than me, he kind of like lifts me up. And then he puts me back down and tilts my head up to look at him. And I'm looking up at him and I'm like, hello. And I'm like, is this man gonna actually diabolically try to kiss me right now within the first 3 seconds of meeting? Oh, he does. Because he leans down and I lean and I give him the cheek and I'm like, whoa, 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 sir. I don't know where you were raised, but that's not how we do things around here. And he starts laughing and he's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, strike one. But I was just subjected to a 45-minute Uber in LA traffic, so I need to get a drink and then we will reassess what we're going to do next. We go inside.
Oh my God, this woman's attitude is just stinks, bro. This woman's attitude stinks. And we definitely know she's talking about a Chad because she was like, oh, he's so much taller than me. Yeah, so this guy was obviously a Chad. And for the fact that he did that and she had such a big issue with it, but still continued with the date, you know it was a Chad we're dealing with here. And again, this woman's attitude is just irritating. I can't stand people like this.
The bar is cute. There's not a lot of people though. Craig is like, okay, let's go sit at that booth over there. It's the furthest one in the corner. This man is trying to take me to Egypt. I'm like, why are we sitting in the darkest corner of this bar away from all of civilization? And he's like, well, I just want some privacy so that we can really talk. I'm like, sweetie, this whole bar is private. There's nobody here. We go to the corner. We sit down. He slides into the booth next to me. And I'm very bubbly and chatty. So immediately I start talking about the horses that I saw in my Uber ride on the way here because I love horses. And I'm like, they were so cute, blah, blah, blah. He's like, wait. Just stop talking for a second. Did this man just tell me to shut up? And I look at him. I'm like, I know you did not just tell me to be quiet. And he's like, I'm sorry, no, I just want to absorb your presence really quick. So can we just like be in each other's aura for a second? I'm like, sure, but let's get one thing clear. Don't ever interrupt me or tell me to be quiet again. And he's like, okay.
Wow. Did you hear this woman? Don't ever tell me to be quiet. Don't ever interrupt me ever again. Look at this woman's eyes, bro. Look at this woman's eyes. You are going to be single forever. Do you understand that? This attitude, don't ever interrupt me ever in your life. Who the hell do you think you are? What do you think you are? What? This woman is insane, bro. Don't ever interrupt me in your life, bro. Look at her eyes, fam. Bruh. Any guy that couples with this woman, you know, yeah, if you get married to her, you're gonna get divorced. This woman will divorce you, bro. Yeah, or you're gonna want to divorce her. Because this kind of attitude is not sustainable, bro. You can't maintain this. Only a super simp, ultra instinct simp is going to allow this nonsense, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We sit there and he puts his arm around and he starts touching this shoulder bone. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I just love how lean you are. I'm like, bitch, I am not a piece of meat. And he's like, yeah, you're just so tiny. Like, I just didn't expect you to be so tiny. And I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't expect you to be so forward. So at this point, I'm obviously debating if I'm going to leave, but I need to get a drink first because I have just spent almost an hour in the car and now I'm being subjected to this man. So let's have a drink, sis, decompress, and then we can revisit what we're going to do next. Waiter comes.
At that point, why didn't you just leave? If you were so terrible and so forward, why didn't you leave? Oh, the reason why is because we're dealing with Chad. Yes, this is the thing. She's making all of this noise. She didn't like he tried to kiss her. She didn't like that he interrupted her. She didn't like that he touched her shoulder. And she's still there. You are there. You're still there. Why are you still there, fam? Oh, because it's Chad, isn't it?
I order a whiskey on the rocks. Craig orders some fruity ass drink. And he's like, wow, I didn't take you as a whiskey girl. And I said, well, I didn't take you as a fruity ass drink guy, but here we are, Craig. And he did not like that. And I was laughing. Drinks come, we're chatting.
Bruh, if I was that guy, I would have just left. I would have ordered the drink and then just left. I wouldn't even have drank any of the drink. I would have ordered it and then gone, oh, I'm going to the toilet, I'll be back in a minute. Then I would have just left. And then you can pay for both those drinks and your Uber home. Silly, bruv.
Ask him about his business, and he tells me that one of his trucks had caught fire, and he pulls up his phone to show me a photo of it. When he pulls his phone out, I see, boom, 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 3 notifications. Bumble, Meet Cute, Raya, whatever. All the dating apps just start blasting on his phone. People are super liking him, and setting his ass on fire.
That's how you know we're talking about a Chad. What did I tell you? Didn't I say that this guy had to have been a Chad? So when she sees all the notifications from dating apps, and women are liking him, super liking him, this guy is a guy that gets a lot of women. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're one of them. You thought that this Chad is going to be a simp for you, and he's not simping, bro. This is, oh my God. This is so easy to read these women. It's just a joke at this point.
He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, really? And he's like, sorry, I forgot to turn the notifications off for our date. My bad. Did you turn yours off? And I was like, I never have notifications on for Hinge in general. I don't care, and I barely check that thing anyway. So we have our drink. Obviously, I've already...
This woman's such a liar. Oh, yeah, I don't have notifications on for Hinge, and I barely check that thing anyway. So why so why have you even got Hinge? If you don't look at it and you don't have notifications, why have you got it? This woman's lying, fam. She's such a liar. How did you even meet this guy? On Hinge? This woman's a liar, fam.
made up my mind that I'm never going to see this man again, but I'm debating on whether I still want him to get me dinner because I am really hungry. At this point, I'm like, well, clearly we're here just doing it for the lore, so let's just roll along with it and see what happens. He's like, okay, our reservation is 10 minutes. We can walk there. It's right down the corner. Let's go. We walk. I am in the world's worst heels that I had just bought, these new Louboutins. It is insane that shoes can be so expensive and not be made for comfort, because we get to the restaurant and
Yeah, because dumb people will still buy it because it says Louis Vuitton on it. Stupid, ridiculous, materialistic people will still buy those stupid shoes, even though they're uncomfortable, but because it has a certain name on it. And you bought those shoes, didn't you? So it says a lot about you.
Feet are screaming at me. We walk up to the host stand. He gives his name. The host is like, okay, it's just going to be like 3 or 4 minutes. He's like, great. He walks and stands next to the host stand. And I go, I'm going to sit down. My feet hurt. So I turn. This man grabs me by the arm and spins me around. And he's like, no, you can wait up here with me. I was shooketh to my core. And there were people around us. And I looked at him and I said, take your hands off me right now, or so help me God, I will scream and make a scene. He takes his hand off of me. I go sit down. I am fuming. I'm like, okay, clearly
Why are you still there? This is what I don't understand. He keeps doing all of these things that you find to be weird. And yeah, him grabbing you, that was a bit weird. That is weird, like, furthermore. So why are you still here? Why are you still a part of this date? What, just because you want him to buy you a dinner? And you bought out your best shoes as well. Let them talk, bro. Just let them talk.
food is not worth this. I am going to tell this man that I am going home. He walks over and he's like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh no, you are dead to me now. And he's like, look, I'm really sorry. It's just that I paid for drinks. We paid for your Uber. I'm going to pay for dinner. The least you can do is stand up at the host stand with me. I said, I don't owe you a damn thing. If my feet hurt and I want to sit down, I have the autonomy to do so. And you should not be telling anyone what they can and can't do in general. I start kind of going off on him.
This woman is going to be single forever, bro. This kind of woman is just done. She's done out here, bro. She's done. She's finished. She's finished, bro. This is a super headache. Even if he done everything right, she would still find problems. This kind of woman, bruh, if you're not going along with her program, then there's gonna be headache, and bruh, that's not a helpmate.
I'm like, you are a chauvinistic, controlling freak, And it's no wonder that you have to be on so many dating apps so that you can find someone that will spend time with you. I'm kind of getting loud, and he's like, okay, keep your voice down. I'm like, again, you're telling me what to do. And he's like, look, I'm really, really sorry. He's like, I am just used to women that are a little bit more docile. I'm like, ew, is that what you're looking for? And he's
Wow. So if he wants a woman that's docile, you find that to be a disgusting thing. You see that as an ick. Not all women are like you with your bad attitude and your crazy eyes. Not every woman is like you know. There's some women who are very, very soft and feminine and docile and laid back and want the guy to lead. Yeah. But you're very masculine. And you're just going to be single forever.
It's like, well, you're just very sassy. I'm like, oh, God forbid a woman have opinions and want autonomy. And he's like, look, let's just go inside and have a nice dinner. I promise that I'll behave. I'm like, I want to go home. I can't believe that I even let this.
Then go then. If you want to go home, then go then. What are you still waiting around for, bro? Because obviously you don't like the guy. The guy's saying, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but just at least eat the dinner. But you should have just been like, nah, F that. I'm not eating the dinner. I'm out. I'm going. But she don't want to go. Why? Why are you still standing there talking? Why are you still there? Why are you there?
Go as far as it has. He's like, look, let me just feed you. Now I am starving at this point and pretty sure that I hope that this man falls off of a cliff. But I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna rack up a bill on this motherfucker, let him feed me, and then I will dos vidanos and never speak to him again. We go sit down. He's like, oh, this meat lovers thing looks great. I'm like, dude, I've already told you that I'm pescatarian. He's like, wait, so that means you don't eat meat? I'm like, I don't eat land animals. And he's like, oh, that must be why you're so lean. I'm like, I get a margarita and a mushroom. I asked the girl about wine. She's telling us about wine. And he's like, oh, I don't drink wine. And I specifically chose a red wine that only came as a bottle, knowing that this was only going to be for myself and I was probably only going to have one glass. And it's one of the most expensive ones. I look at him and I said, well, I want to get this one. And
What if you had any kind of like good moral compass, you would have just left. You're not going to be spiteful and petty to go and order all this crap on the menu knowing that you don't want to see this guy again. You would have left the first opportunity or the first time he does something wrong. You would have left. That would have been someone who's got integrity and dignity. No, you want to go and rack up some mad bill for him to pay and then, oh yeah, I'm never going to speak to him again. You're very weak. You're very weak and you have this like very nasty attitude. Like,
one comes by the bottle and he's like, well, I'm not going to drink that. And I'm like, and I don't see what your point is. He sees that I'm not to be trifled with. So he looks at the waitress and he's like, sure. I'm sitting there and I'm just fuming, but I want to eat my food, drink my wine and get out of there. But you know what? Let's have a little fun while we're here. So I look at the man and I'm like, are you looking for some housewife that's just going to agree with everything that you say? And he's like, well, I just believe that the man should be the leader. What 1940s BS is this? I'm like,
listen to this woman. The guy said to her, I just believe a man should be the leader, right? And she said, what kind of 1950s BS is this? This is a modern woman at the very core. This is literally the definition of what men are trying to get away from, run away from. You are going to be single for life. Single and childless. Like, you got a little bit of relative good looks, so now you're still confident and cocky and you got all this arrogance about you. But watch when all your options disappear because you're getting older. You're not a spring chicken. You're not in your prime. You don't look like you're in your prime. And yeah, once Senator Palpatine comes and claims you, your options are going to go, vanish. And yeah, it'll be well deserved.
Sorry, were you raised in a convent? What are you talking about? And he's like, well, I just believe that the woman should follow the man's lead because I really like that dynamic. I'm like, oh, so you want a trad wife? And he's like, what's a trad wife? I'm like, a traditional wife. And he's like,
yeah, like how he's paying for your food. That's what traditionally happens on dates, right? Just like how he's paying for your food and he paid for your Uber and he paid for your drinks. and you are racking up a bill at this restaurant knowing that you're not going to see him again, because that's what traditionally happens. So you like traditional dates, but you don't want to be a traditional woman for a man. You see the hypocrisy that goes on? It's crazy.
Well, yeah, I like the traditional values in that sense. I'm like, yeah, and who did you vote for? And he's like, we probably shouldn't talk about politics. I'm like, you know what? That told me everything I needed to know. He's like, you are staring daggers at me. I'm like, yeah, because I dislike you greatly. Like, has no one ever told you that? He's like, look, I understand that my standards are really high. I'm like, no, your standards aren't high. Your standards are ridiculous because your standards belong back in the year the Constitution was written, sir. This is 2025. This is not how we do things around here. The food comes. I'm eating angrily. He's like, well, I guess that you're not one to obey. I'm like, obey? I am not a dog, sir. So I start yelling at him in the middle of this restaurant because I cannot contain my anger any longer. I'm like, you're someone that is the reason that this country is going to hell in a handbag because you are trying to revert us to a time where women didn't have rights. Because you're so insecure that you want to feel some sort of superiority over people that have less rights than you. And that's why you're alone, and you deserve to be alone.
He's not going to be alone for very long because he's a Chad. He's got his own business. He's tall and he's in America. Yeah? And he was able to attract you. So if he's able to attract you, he can attract another one of you. And another one of you may not think like how you do. So I'm sure one of those notifications that popped up on his phone will want to be with him. You're the one that's going to lose. You're the one with the bad attitude. You're the one that's getting older. You're the one that's single. You're the one that's childless. Your options are disappearing. His options are increasing. They don't understand this because they think that whatever they are right now, they're going to be that forever. Joker.
Are kind of looking at us and I do not care. And I'm like, give me your phone, I'm calling myself an Uber. And he's like, what? No.
And look at this. The modern woman, she's so modern. It's not 1950s, but you still want him to pay for your Uber. Get out of here. I ain't got time to listen to this idiot no more. I just don't want to hear what she's got to say anymore. She's an idiot. She don't want to be traditional, but she wants the man to pay for everything. Jeez.
These men do not care about you. And I'm going to share a personal story because I'm no better than the rest of us. I met a really sweet guy. We started seeing each other. We went on nice dates. He brought me flowers. He was very respectful. And on Friday, about 3 weeks to a month of us seeing each other, I had a medical emergency. He met me at the hospital. He asked me to keep him updated every single day. I'll insert every step of the way. I'll insert screenshots here. And then Friday, he took me from the hospital to my family's house because I was in no condition to drive. The medical emergency was as a result of something that's been ongoing with this arm for a long time, and I've been under the care of doctors this entire year, but this was just unexpected. And
hey, one observation about this, yeah? I like your teeth. I like your bottom set of teeth. I like how your teeth are sitting there. They are there. I like the way your teeth look, fam. I like those teeths.
and they asked me to come in. And so he was there for that. And sorry, it's like hard to. So from the hospital, he took me to my family's house where I updated them about what was going on and what the game plan was. He even told my family that he could take a few days off in case I needed emergency surgery or to help me recover, whatever the situation was. He told me that he was going to be there for me during this really difficult time. And he took me home. On Friday night, that night, we were intimate together, and he held me while I had a panic attack in the middle of the night. It was a really bad one. And then the next day, he hung out with me until he had an emergency. His roommate, he said that he needed to go and take care of her cats because she was going to be out of town or whatever. And I was like, well, that really sucks. I mean, are you sure there's nothing? So he was like, no. And I said, okay, well, let's get going then. And he's like, anything you need, literally anything you need, like, just call me. I'm here for you. We're going to get through this together. And you know, he took me back to my car on Saturday and he told me that we'd see each other today on Monday.
Why do I feel like this guy is just gonna ghost this woman, bro? In this long-winded story, bro. Like he's already had the box because they got intimate together. She already said it, bro. Yeah. And now, yeah, let's see what happens.
And he texted me when he got home, and then I never heard from him again. I even got worried.
What did I say? What did I say was gonna happen, bro? This guy was gonna disappear. He slept with her and then disappeared, bro. Houdini.
And I tried to find his brother on Facebook, and I said, hey, I'm not trying to be weird. I'm not trying to like blow anybody up, like blow anybody's phone up or anything, but like I need to know that he's okay. Like he hasn't answered my calls or my texts or anything. You know, I don't know what's going on. And so the brother called the guy that I was seeing, and he said, oh, well, he picked up and he just said that he's been really, really busy all day and that he'll text you soon. And I said, okay. 2 hours went by. It's now 9 p.m. last night. And I was like, okay, this guy's not, like, he's intentionally ignoring me. I called him at 9 p.m. and my friends even urged me to like check his Facebook, and it said that he had been active within the last 20 minutes. So I know he had his phone.
He was active. He's active online, yeah? You already did your investigation. You looked for his brother. His brother was like, oh, don't worry, man. He's just busy at work. He's gonna text you. He's gonna text you. And then it got 2 hours later, bruv. You're like, Rob, what's going on? Then you called him. Still no answer. Then now you went to go to your friends. Oh, what should I do? Hey, Susie, what should I do? Like, I ain't heard from him. Like, oh, no, go check Facebook, innit? See, Susie told you to go check Facebook. Active 20 minutes ago. Ah, gosh. Mad thing.
On him. And after I tried to call him, I blocked him because I was like, you know what, we're not doing this. Like, I'm standing 10 toes down on business, even though I've been crying my eyes out for the last like 24 hours because this whole situation has just been unfair to me with the health stuff. And then I had somebody look me in my eyes, look me dead in my eyes. This man looked me in my eyes and he said, I will be there for you. I mean, thank God that I have my fallopian tubes removed because he could have left me pregnant. I mean, he said he...
Oh my God. What? Oh my God. This woman just said, lucky she had her fallopian tubes removed because he could have left her pregnant. So you literally have told the whole of TikTok that you slept with this guy raw, yeah, and he busted nuts deep inside you. Let's go, yeah. And now you're there crying, silly, bruv, silly. Why are you telling TikTok all of this stuff? You didn't need to even. Oh my God, bro, just let them talk, bro. Just let them talk.
Had a vasectomy, but he could have lied about that. And it's just proof that, you know, these men don't care about you. They will look you in the eye. They will look you in your eyes and they will tell you, and they will tell your family, I'm going to be there for her. She's got me now. Don't worry about it. And then they will ghost you. They will just leave you.
Yeah, because you probably are going after certain types of guys, and these certain types of guys always do these kind of things. It's a very, very clear pattern. Like, you women, you always choose guys based on superficial things. Very, very petty superficial things. Like, the guy is really, really attractive, really, really handsome, really, really cute, really, really rich, really, really tall. Things that do not really indicate that his character is gonna necessarily be good. You don't base your choices based on the content of a man's character. You base it on looks, money, and status. And then when it doesn't work out, now all men are horrible, or these men don't care about you. No, it's just the guys that you pick. It's just the guys that you pick.
And I don't know why I'm so surprised. I mean, I've seen it my entire life. I saw it with her children, just left. So why am I so surprised? I guess I just thought maybe I could choose better. I guess I just thought maybe I could see the red flags and that this wouldn't happen to me because I could choose better. Whatever the fuck that means. No, it's not us not choosing better. These men aren't lonely enough. They don't care about you.
She just said these men are not lonely enough. What are you talking about? Most men are not getting box. What are you talking about? Most men are average, and most average women like you think you're better than average men. You don't want to date average men. You want Chad and Tyrone. You want guys that are 6'3" up. Like 15% of the populace of men on this planet. Yeah? And you are there with those teeth. With those teeths, bruv. And I like those teeth. I just like those bottom row of teeth, bruv. Let's go.
They will leave you. They will leave you to die. They will leave you with children. They will leave you and them kids to die. Okay?
Oh, so she's a single mom as well. And the man that gave her them kids, he ran off as well. Oh my God, there's a pattern forming. Why are these men always running away from you? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought maybe I'm the common denominator, so maybe there's something in me that is making these guys run away, bro? Huh? Have you ever thought that, huh?
I just hope I've sought spiritual counsel. I've talked to friends. I've just told them, like, you know, I'm just really vulnerable right now. God, that I've taken measures to protect myself, like getting my fallopian tubes removed. I get tested often if I have a new partner.
Wow. This woman is telling the whole internet that she's had her fallopian tubes tied or removed, and now she's getting tested on a regular basis every time she gets a new partner. So that is obviously indicating that she throws box around. Wow. This is crazy, bro. And this woman is average at best, bro. Average. So this is what you guys need to understand. This is the average woman walking around, cuz. They're getting pumped and dumped by Chads and Tyrones, and then they're bitter, but then at the same time, they're still throwing box around, and oh my days, bro. And you got to be careful if you're sleeping with them, because they're sleeping with all these different guys, unprotected. Bruh. Crazy work.
You know, I keep myself protected in every way that I can, and this is your reminder to protect yourself. And don't ever get a level of familiarity with these motherfuckers thinking that they will ever do anything for you. Protect yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on your life. Don't plan a life with no man.
Wow.
They won't, the majority of them really won't do what you need them to do, or even what they say they're going to do.
This woman is so bitter, bro. Oh my God. You just messed up, bro. You've made a lot of bad choices. And now you want to say all men are bad. These men do not care about you. Do not plan a life with them. Bro, you are a loser, fam. You have lost. Yeah? Because there's loads of other women out there that are married, having kids, and they got their man, and their man loves them. Yeah? In fact, there's a lot of women out there, and they've got a man, and their man is simping hard for them. Why is it you are there, and you are failing to find a guy that wants to stick with you? What is wrong with you? Have you ever asked yourself that? Huh?
And they'll just be a drain on your resources. They'll use you for your body. They'll give you kids that they say they want, but they don't want. I hear it all the time on this app. And no, it's not me being jaded. No, it's not this. It's experience after experience after experience. It's me leveling up and changing up the way I date, changing up how I pick people. It doesn't seem to make any difference. It doesn't seem to make any difference whether I wait to give them sex or whether I give it up right away. It doesn't seem to matter. And the
This woman is just exposing herself, bro. I know you got high mileage, bro. I know your mileage is high, bro. The way you're talking, you're just meeting guys off dating apps and just sleeping with them, bro. Raw. That's why you tied your fallopian tube, so you don't just have an unwanted pregnancy. This is crazy work, fam. Crazy. And you think that you was gonna find some meaningful connection with these guys, with these Chads and Tyrones that you're meeting off dating apps? Because let's face it, on dating apps, it's just a looks test. When you match with someone, it's solely based on, do you find them attractive? Can you imagine yourself sleeping with that person? That's where it subconsciously is. So you're matching with these guys that you have the sexual attraction for them, and they have an attraction for you somewhat. Then you sleep with them, and then they literally just ghost you. Wow.
most insidious part of all of it is like the emotional use. He used my emotions. He talked to me as if we were going to build a future together and plan a future together, and lit the spark in my eyes, had the hope in my eyes. And then he took it away. As if it's some sort of sick game. Well, I can tell you what, if you're watching this, it's not a game. Karma will come after you if my people don't reach you first. Because I have spiritual leaders who love me. I have friends who love me.
What, you into witchcraft? What the hell? Are you into witchcraft, bro? Like, bruh, I don't even want to look at you anymore. Oh my god, this is too funny, bro. Hey, next one. Let's see what this one's got to say now. Hey, everybody like the video, please. Like the video, fam. Like the video. Hey, let's get the likes up on the video, man. Let's get it to like 60 likes right now. I need about 12 of you to like the video and get to 60 likes right now. Let's get on with it.
I really don't want to get into a phase where I'm just like, I hate men. But I really feel it's coming. Like, I really feel it's coming. It's such a shame. I just want to be left alone now. I just want to be left the fuck alone.
You will be.
Everyone I'm encountering is either disrespectful, has no blasted manners, can't communicate. And I mean...
Yeah, that's the kind of guys you find attractive physically. Yeah? Or you might like road men. Yes, hood guys. You like those type of guys. That kind of sounds like the type of guys you're talking about.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I've just had enough. I've literally had enough. I just want to be left alone. I'm in a period of solitude. And every time I'd say I'm in a period of solitude, another one of you come along to come and...
Yeah, and you cannot help yourself but jump in with those guys. Yes.
ruin it. I really...
Yeah, like, bruh, this is a joke. Anyway, next. Uh-oh. This one looks like she's gonna say something crazy. Let's see what she gotta say.
I had another conversation with a man the other week. This was not a date. This was just me hanging out with a guy friend. And at this point, I really think that most women can relate to how unpleasant it is talking to most men, because unfortunately, the education gap be showing. So we were talking about people being intellectual, whatever. He tells me, he's like, well, Kevin Gates is somebody I think is very intellectual. I think he's really smart. And I said, well, why? He says, because he has a great vocabulary. Like, his vocabulary is crazy. I said, okay. Anybody can take a phenomenal vocabulary. Does it mean they're actually saying a bunch of profound shit? Absolutely not. Kevin Gates has a very poetic way of saying nothing a lot of the time. And if your sole reasoning for feeling like they're saying something is because their vocabulary is good, I need us to go back to the drawing board. So I'm like, okay.
You need to go back to the drawing board, because you like those type of guys. If you wasn't the type of woman that liked guys who subscribe to the hood ghetto rapper culture, then you wouldn't be in this kind of situation. But just looking at you, I can tell you probably are attracted to guys that subscribe to the hood ghetto rapper kind of culture. So why are you surprised by this? I'm sure you don't want to date no square, lame black guy. You know, you don't want to date no highly academic black guy. No, you want the guy that's a YN. That's what you want. And then you're surprised that he looks up to Kevin Gates. Well, I'd like to ask, who do you look up to? Because the way you look right there, you look like a lot of female rappers. Or a lot of women you see on Instagram Explore page. You look exactly like them with your hair and the makeup and the eyelashes and all of that. So, bruh, like, this is just really, really interesting you would say this. But anyway, let's carry on.
Hey, name some other people for me that you feel like are smart, like that are intellectual people. He said Charleston White, and we're mutuals on here, so if you see this, no shade to you, but I had to tell the story. He said Charleston White, Kevin Gates, and T.I. I disagreed, but I also said I feel like smart people are naturally inquisitive. That's exactly what I said. Smart people are naturally inquisitive. That was.
This woman thinks she's smarter than she actually is. Yeah? She probably gone college. She probably studied, I don't know, psychology. I mean, I did psychology, but this woman probably done something at uni, at college, and because she went uni, she thinks she's smart because of that. That doesn't necessarily mean you're smart. What going to university or college, it just means that you're able to read and remember what you've read and then write it down in an exam. That's all it means. Because most of the stuff that you learn in uni or in school, you forget it. Surprise, it doesn't mean that you're smart. All right? Like, I'm just being real, like. Anyway.
Statement, right? And when I said that, he's like, so you're basically saying that smart people have to know everything. I said, how are you getting that out of me saying that smart people are naturally inquisitive? He's like, because that's what that means. Like, they know everything. So the only people that are smart, people that know everything. And I literally said, and I wasn't trying to, I promise you I was not trying to be condescending. Like, I was actually asking. I was like, so do you want to Google what inquisitive means, or do you want me to tell you what it means? And he was like, oh, I already know what it means. I said, no, you don't. That's clearly why you're misinterpreting what.
You see the thing with this woman, she thinks she's smart because she's around ignorant people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she's around ignorant guys from the hood, street dudes, street girls, street women, yeah, hood women. So she thinks that she's smart because probably she went to college and they didn't, right? But in reality, you're just the same as they are. You're just the same as they are, bro. Like, oh, she's trying to make it out because the guy didn't know what inquisitive means or something like that. Bro, that's not nothing special to bang on about and make a TikTok about it. Anyway.
I'm saying because you don't know what it means. So I proceed to go ahead and tell him, I'm like, inquisitive means that you ask questions and you are curious. That's all that means. And he's like, so yeah, so I was right. It means that you feel like they need to know everything. I said it means they ask questions and they are naturally curious about the world around them is what I take that as. Like, when I say smart people are naturally inquisitive, they are curious about the world around them, and they are smart enough to admit that they don't know everything, and so they place themselves in rooms with people that know more than them so those people could teach them about the things they don't know. Or they have the ability to self-reflect and analyze the situation and say, you know what, I don't think I'm the best equipped to speak on this subject, so I'm going to pass this one up, maybe go do some more research about said subject and come back to you, but I'm not going to act as if I already know about the topic, knowing I know nothing about it.
Hey, I just gotta make this observation. I really like your hairline. I really like the way you've done your hairs, the hair at the front. You've done it like waves at the corners, and then you've gone and done like a straight line at the top. I really like your hairline. Like it goes like this. It's a straight line, then it just goes woo. Oh my God. Let's keep it going.
That's literally all that I meant by that statement. So y'all, we proceeded to have this long, drawn out debate / argument with me trying to explain to him that simply that statement that I said before, over and over and over again, he was not getting it. And honestly, I recorded some of the argument. I don't want to seem shady, but I do want to share an experience that I feel like is a
This woman is making a whole TikTok talking about, oh, how she had to teach this guy a word or whatever. If you're talking to somebody who has low IQ or is a low vibration person, what do you expect? Like, and at the end of the day, you chose to go out with that person. You chose to go on this date with him. So obviously you found something attractive about this dude. Yeah? So like, bro, like, just keep quiet, fam.
Commonly shared experience amongst a lot of us women interacting with the
majority. Now she's trying to make out that all the women are all super intelligent, super smart, and us guys are super stupid. Yeah, we're super stupid and we're just like this guy who doesn't know what inquisitive means. Yeah, like this is a joke. You're not actually smart. You're just around people who are ignorant. That's all it is. Yeah, because I could guarantee if me and you had the debate, you'll lose very, very quickly. Yeah, so I mean, you can think whatever you want.
Majority of men these days. So I kind of do want to post it just from that aspect, because I know once y'all hear the argument, y'all will literally be like, y'all will get what I'm saying. Y'all will get everything that I've previously said up until now. Yeah, you know what? I am going to start the clip. I said smart people are naturally inquisitive. Okay, so tell me what you feel like that means again.
And look, she's got the tattoos on her arm and all of that. Bro, you're not no better than any of those people, bro. You're just the same. You read a couple books at school and now you think you're better than everybody, bro. Yeah? Like, look at this, bro. Look at the t-shirt she's wearing, skulls on it and all of this, bro. Like, you
Smart people are naturally inquisitive. What does that mean?
What I think you meant when you said it, because you didn't say it like this. You meant...
That's exactly what I just said.
You meant smart people need to know about everything.
Okay, so inquisitive...
That's what you meant. No, that's what you meant.
No, okay.
I'm not the word mean.
So inquisitive means that you ask questions. So how would that interpret into they know about everything if they're asking questions?
Do you know who just talking about? You can't take one little part of this.
If they're asking questions, how would them being inquisitive mean that they already know if they're asking the question?
What? You changed up everything.
I'm not. I'm trying to understand the disconnect. So, like, if they are asking,
the disconnect is you're talking to somebody who has low IQ. Yeah, you're talking to someone with a level of ignorance about that, in academics, and like you're trying to show that you're super smart. Like that means nothing. That's like a guy that's 6'5" that can play basketball, right? And then he plays 1-on-1 against somebody that's 5'3" that doesn't know how to play basketball. And then you're like, oh, look, everyone, I'm the best basketball player. All these lot can't play basketball because I can beat this guy. It doesn't make sense. Like, this is stupid. Anyway.
That I begrudgingly have learned about dating, and specifically dating men in heterosexual relationships. So for reference, I'm somebody in love that I am the opposite of what I'm like in real life, and I'm not practical about love at all. I just want it to be fun, and I want it to be enjoyable. I want it to be a break from the day-to-day life. I just want to think the person is funny. I want to have a good time with them, and I want them to take me fun places. That was where my priorities lied in relationships, and unfortunately, here's what I've learned. The first one, and I literally hate this, I'm so sorry that I'm saying this, but I've just found that it's really true, and if you listen to me, you'll actually save a lot of time and energy. So the first one is the man has to make more money than the woman. And it doesn't even, like, I'm not even somebody that's like, I have to be with somebody that's like rich, but now that's my line. After being involved with two people that were broke, yeah, I'm never doing that again. It absolutely erodes the relationship. It doesn't matter if you...
Yeah, because you're gold diggers by nature. That's why. People like you are gold diggers by nature. I'm not saying that the woman should make more money than the man, but it's the mentality. Because at the end of the day, if money is the thing that is going to stop you from meeting somebody, that just shows you're a gold digger and you're not a good person. Because all you're waiting for is someone that's going to finance your life. That's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about being a helpmate. Are you? You're thinking about some guy's going to come in and basically pay for your life. Yeah. Carry on.
Because the women don't care, and if the guy claims that he doesn't care, he only doesn't care because he's broke and he wants you to pay for things. Okay, his ego cares. I should say this isn't like casual, just like chill dating. It doesn't matter who makes more if you're just like going on some dates and like having fun. But if you're like dating because you want to like marry and have kids eventually, like what are you gonna do if you as the woman make the breadwinner and then now you're out of commission because you're trying to be pregnant and you're having a kid? Like you need the time.
No guy out here is trying to really be in a situation where his woman makes more money than him. No man is asking for that, right? And I encourage guys, like, if you are broke, you shouldn't really be trying to date, because the woman's just going to distract you from what you need to be doing, and she's probably going to make your life more stressful because you just don't have the money to facilitate dating, right? And I'm not saying that, you know, once you have money, you need to start simping and giving all your money away. Absolutely not. But unfortunately, dating is expensive. Having a girlfriend is an expense, bro. It is. Even if the woman is not really like a money grabbing type of person, she's not a gold digger, you know, you are going to have to pay for certain things when you've got a girlfriend. It's just how it goes, bro. So yeah.
I'm off. You need the man to go out and make the money during that time. And if they don't have money or don't make money, like, what are you going to do? You shouldn't be working during that time. You know what I mean? You should be home with the kid, especially even the first year, right? So yeah, and just on so many levels, for the man's ego and for the woman's sanity when she's pregnant.
No, men do not care. Really and truly, most men do not care. It wouldn't bother them if their woman made more money than them. But we know that if a woman makes more money than you, she's probably not going to respect you very much. She's probably going to treat you like a boy. Yeah? So that's the reality. Men do not care. All right? So anyway.
The man needs to make more money. Number 2, and this one is going to be like really, really hard for me to break, because I'm somebody that always, if I like somebody, I'll go up to them and I'll tell them and I'll ask them out. Or even like with my boyfriend, I asked him if he wanted to be my boyfriend instead of him asking me if I wanted to be his girlfriend, because I'm impatient and I know what I want, right? And I think it's just, and I didn't think of anything. I was like, well, this is how I feel and this is the kind of person I am, so this is what I'm going to do. But no, that doesn't work out, okay? Number 2 is that the man has to go to the woman. The man has to chase the woman. The man has to, you know, ask the woman on the date, set up the dates. The man has to ask about, you know, will you be my girlfriend, right? Like the man has to do and initiate.
Yeah, the man has to do everything. Yes, I get it. The man has to chase you, you know. This one here. The man has to chase you. He has to set up the dates. He needs to find out what you like, and he has to pay for everything. Listen to this thing talking. And I swear, some of you guys out there, I don't know what your taste is. Whether you're white dudes, black dudes, whatever. Like, I don't know you lot's taste in women, bro. Because the way that some of these women are talking with so much confidence and arrogance and ego and just so confident, like, I'm just like, bro, like, who are you? Who do you think you are? What is this? Like, I wouldn't even register you if I saw you. Like, I wouldn't even, like, respectfully, I would not even look. I wouldn't even know you're there. Like, what is going on? This is mad.
All of that. And it is simply just because if you do not do that in the beginning, then that instills the idea that the man is the prize in the relationship. And as just like the first one, it erodes the relationship for the rest of the relationship, because the dynamics do not work that way. The woman has to be the prize. And so even though
the woman is not a prize. You're not the prize. What like, you're just saying things. Women always come out and say they're the prize. How are you the prize? The man is the one that chases. The man is the one that pays for everything. The man is the one in your world would have all the responsibility if everything was to go wrong. All the stress is on his shoulders. He's the prize. He's the one that's making your life easier. How are you a prize if he's making your life easier? That doesn't make sense. You are meant to be his support. He's the prize. You're meant to be his support. See, this is why these women, they're just messed up, bro. Like, they're just messed up. They've let all these crazy ideas and movements just literally corrupt and erode their minds, bro, in terms of dating and relationships and what their role is and how they're meant to treat a guy. It's completely warped. It's gone. It's finished. It's destroyed, bro. Like, they just have these mad egos and just very, very self-centered and, oh, I'm the goddess and you're meant to be my peasant or my servant. Absolutely not happening, bro. Absolutely not in this lifetime. No. Crazy, bro. Look at this girl. This another average at best. She got flipping metal in the middle of her nose. Crazy.
Somebody that knows what I want and I want to go out and get it. I think for the future I have to hang back, and I kind of now have a rule where it's like the guy has to come to me in every way, form, and shape, unfortunately. And it is one of those things where the guy has to like the girl more, unfortunately, again.
That is the worst advice ever. The guy has to like the girl more. Bro, no, bruv. If you as a man, you're in a relationship where you like the girl more than she likes you, that relationship's doomed. It's doomed, bro. It's on borrowed time. Yeah, because she's gonna either get tired of you, you're gonna be one argument away from losing her, she's gonna meet other guys out in the world that she's gonna find more attractive than you, and the relationship's doomed, bro. But if a relationship is where the woman likes the man more, then that relationship can actually stand the test of time. Because she's not going to be willing just to give you up and just walk away. Because we know that most marriages and relationships are ended by women. So if the woman is actually more into the man than vice versa, there's more of a chance that the relationship is going to stand and it's going to last. Don't take advice from women, bro. I'm telling you, don't ever take dating advice from women, bro. They will mess you up, bro.
Okay, I know. And I'm just reiterating that this is coming from a person that doesn't want to believe these things and has been in denial about it their whole life, but now after experience has to accept it, okay? The third thing that I've learned about dating and relationships is that you need to conclude one relationship before starting the other. I don't think almost anybody does this. I feel like 85% of relationships, you're jumping from one relationship to another, and there's some like odd crossover that nobody wants to.
Yeah. That's what women do, bro. That's what women do. Because I tell you now, if a guy is in a committed relationship with a woman and the relationship ends, he's going to be very upset about that. Whereas women, you know, once we know, as I said already, most relationships are ended by women, right? So most of the time this is happening, it's women who are doing this crossover where they're in a relationship, but then they start talking to another guy. And then she's slowly trying to mentally disconnect from the first guy so she can throw her energy to the second guy. It's mostly women that do this, all right?
Talk about, and I think that erodes the relationship from either side, from either gender as well. I've kind of been on both sides of this, and I know how much it affected me not wanting to be with somebody because there was that crossover, and I held them at an arm's length for years because of it. And then the same thing happened to me when there was a crossover. The other person held me at an arm's length for years because you just feel for the whole relationship like you're not good enough. There's some insecurity. It feels like you're in a love triangle even though that third person isn't there. So that's something that I have been really strict.
They always do all of this mental gymnastics, and they're always using these buzzwords and these trendy terms for what's going on instead of just keeping it real. You didn't want to be with the guy anymore. You didn't find him attractive. You didn't want to sleep with him. You didn't want to suck his willy anymore. And there was another guy you met probably at work or the gym or wherever, and you find him more attractive. He was getting you wet. And so you decided, nah, it's the time, I want to jump ship. But unfortunately, you was in a relationship, so you had to mentally disconnect before you did it physically. It's not really that complicated, but they make it sound so, like, cryptic. It's crazy.
About is that I have been making sure that I ended my previous relationship, and I'm not involved with anybody in any way until I feel like I'm not fully over that person, but there's enough time in between to where I'm not just going on a first date and talking and thinking about my ex, right? We're not doing that. There's a clear line in the sand, so I'm out of that cycle. Because once you get in that cycle of jumping from relationship to relationship, it's like you can't get out of it, and you need that break period and that reset period, in my opinion. Now,
I wonder how many boyfriends this girl has had, bro. Someone said Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family. Wednesday from Addams Family. That's jokes. But yeah, I wonder how many. Because do you know what? Honestly, this girl's probably had a lot of guys. Like, do you get what I'm saying? A lot of guys probably like this girl, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what you or I may find attractive, or, you know, do I find this girl attractive? No, but guess what? A lot of guys will be simping for this woman here. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why they talk so confidently with so much vim, because they know that they can replace man. Because, you know, as long as they're still in their prime years, you know, or relatively got like kept their attractiveness, they can still get one guy, kick him out, replace him, and keep that that revolving door. Anyway,
I don't really like to police people with what they do with their bodies, but I just think if you're looking for a successful relationship, you might want to hold off from one person to the next, is all that I'm saying. All right, that's just some advice that I thought of off the bat, but yeah.
Your advice is not very good. Your advice is not good, my friend. I mean, we got one more. Let's see what this one has to say, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Horrible Dates. So I've been talking to this guy for a little while. He was really chill, down to earth. He was a bit older than me, so he was quite mature, which was different from the guys that I had been used to going on dates with.
So what, you usually dating guys younger than you? Yeah? Because them guys probably just want one thing. They want that box.
I wasn't too worried that he would be a catfish, and sure enough, like when I met him, he wasn't. We were going to a big sporting event in the city, and so beforehand we went for dinner and had a drink. I mean, I had one, he had a couple. And then we went to the sporting event, and over the course of 3 hours, like, I had 2 drinks, and he must have had like 2 or 3 per one that I had. Yeah, so about an hour into the game, he was like heavily intoxicated. He was slurring his words. He was yelling. He was so annoying. The people around us were being like visibly so annoyed, and I was just quite embarrassed. So I decided to give him the benefit of the doubt and like think that maybe he's just like nervous. So I suggested after the game that maybe go grab a bit more food, maybe soak up a bit of the alcohol. So when we went to go get some more food, he didn't actually end up ordering any more food and instead ordered some more hard liquor and continued drinking. He offended like 2 people at the bar in the space of about 10 minutes, and I honestly thought somebody was going to punch him in the face. Yeah, he then proceeded to like say to me out of nowhere, like, I don't think this is going to work between us, and I was like...
Oh my god, this alcoholic Chad, this fraternity frat boy alcoholic Chad took you out, got drunk, nearly got into a fight, and then at the end he said, I don't think this is gonna work out between me and you. Bruh, this is too funny.
Like, please enlighten me. Tell me why you think this isn't gonna work. And his response was, because I can tell I'm gonna like immediately fall madly in love with you, and you're gonna hurt me. I proceeded to tell him I've known him for about 5 seconds and let's just like pump the brakes a little bit. But yeah, he just went on and just went to tell me that it was a red flag, and also that my social media is a red flag, specifically Instagram, because so many guys comment on my posts.
Yeah, because you probably post thirst traps, don't you? You probably love to get a lot of validation on social media, and he saw that and realized, this girl's probably a 304. That's why I don't trust you. Yeah? Because he knows if you're all over Instagram and you're getting all these likes and comments, there's at least 1 or 2 Chads and Tyrones that are in your inbox. And they're gonna get the box as well. Okay? So, yeah, that's why he got drunk. He was just like, well, F it, I'm out with this girl. Yeah. And I might as well just get drunk. And that's it.
But I told him that that's the word. Those are the words of an insecure man.
Oh my God, here we go. Obviously, here comes the shaming lines. You're insecure. You're insecure because you don't want to be with a bop. Yeah? You're insecure because you don't want to be with a potential bop. Like, this is crazy, bro. You're insecure because you're watching your own back. You're insecure because you got standards. You're insecure. You're so insecure. Whatever.
Respond to the comments. I don't even like the comments. So yeah.
Yeah, you don't respond to the comments. You don't like the comments, but you're still posting to get those comments and likes, though. Because if you didn't care about that stuff, then your page would be private and it would only be close friends and family, not the whole world. You see, they think they're so slick. Oh, I don't care about that. I just post for myself. Then if you post for yourself, why is it not private then? Why is your Instagram not private? The reason is because you know you can get free validation from strange willies on the internet. That's why, and you love it. I'm loving it.
He then tries to kiss me, and I just dodged it completely, and I suggested that we leave. And then he tries to like see me again. He tries to make plans to see me again, and I was like, no, this isn't gonna happen. It was like right up there with one of the worst first dates I've ever been on. I mean, there's another one that like really takes cake, but this is like a close second. So
yeah. He was a Chad and he was an alcoholic, and yeah, that's it, fam. Yeah? And you are still single, so you're not winning, fam. Anyways, I've had enough of these lot, man. I've had enough of listening to their drivel. Alright? Anyway, you lot, appreciate you lot watching. Sorry about the audio. I don't know if the audio is sounding okay now, but, you know, it is what it is. I'll be back again tomorrow with more... My eyelid is itchy. I'll be back again tomorrow with more content, more videos, more live streams, more conversations, and more King Riches. Anyway, with that being said, you lot take care of yourselves. I'm out of here, man. Take care of yourselves, yeah? And like the video and leave a comment, yeah? Big up. I'm out. Peace.